Welcome, everyone. It's Bear Essentials with Bear Buyers, also known as Answer Bright Star in the Star Trek Fleet Command realm. And today we're going to talk about one of the dailies we have, and it is the faction hunt. Now, this is a great time to work on your faction points, and the problem is you have all three of these that you can do, but as you can see right now, we're working on our Fed points. So we're trying to grind up to that 1 billion. And as we do, you can see as you gain here, as you gain these points, you also lose the other two faction or the enemy faction. So as we gain Fed points, we're losing Cleon points, which we don't care about at this point because we have those maxed out at 1 million. So how do we gain each one of these without losing? And if we go over here to our Cleon, we can see as we gain Cleon points, we're going to lose Romulan points, which again is not a big concern. Where our big concern is going to be is when we start grinding through our Romulan and hunting Feds. At this point, we're going to start losing Fed points. Now, 4,500 is not a big deal at this point. And we really need to grind through getting our ore up so we can upgrade our ops level. Now, here at the highest level, we're going to see that we're going to lose 36K Fed points. So that's just part of the game and one of the things we're going to do. But we even lose more as we grind through these Fed chips. So we can go over to the capital area of the Federation and we can kill level 49 chip and we get 19 points. Now, if we do some quick math, we can see that 19 of those are going to take somewhere around 880 of those ships. And if we go over here to look at the Fed area, so let's go over here and pull up our map. And as we look at here at the system, let's go over here to the Fed system. So the Federation capital is Seoul. And as we look here and we start fighting these 49 transports, we're going to lose 36K every time unless we do something about it. Either get Fed reduction, anything like that. We're going to lose 36K times 90. You can see, let's say we have to kill 100 of them. So if we have to kill 100, we're going to lose 3.6 million in experience. And we really don't want to do that when we have such a long time to go to get to that 1 billion. So our goal here is to get to champion, which is this 444 million more experience. So if we're going back in a backwards direction, we really don't want to do that. So how can we do that? And there's one way. See this ship down here? This is a Romulan ship that we acquired. fairly easy, and it gave us some points for building a level 3 ship. So what happens if we upgrade this? So let's go ahead and use these up. Tear this bad boy up. And we'll go ahead and use some Platinum speed ups or just regular speed ups. And there we go. So if we go back here to looking at our faction points that we have in our faction hunt, we're going to see that we already went up. So we just lost a 13.5k Fed points. There's no way to get around that if we want to level this event up. But what we did do is we saved having to kill all those Fed ships that are going to be that 3.6 million loss. We didn't have to kill any of them. So we go over here to our events. And we go over to our Romulan, and we see just by leveling that up just one spot, we gained that 474 points there. And as you can see, 450. And we had a little bit from probably the Armada that somebody ran in the Fed space. So we do another 450. Will get us up to 900, and we do another 450 leveling that Centurion, and we will have this almost completed. So let's see if we can complete this without killing any more Fed ships. Let's see if we can get this done. And we're going to have to reset our game here. Problem of playing on an Android. And you guys think it's the only ones that happen to? It happens to me a lot. Probably reset the game 10, 15 times a day. So let's go ahead and speed this up. We'll do it down here. And this one, leveling this level up, we should have completed the Romulans. And let's go ahead and speed that up. There we go. Now we're not going to level up the ship at all level wise. We're going to wait for an event because this isn't a ship that we're going to use per se. It just kind of leveling it up to get some of the events, and we can use this to the leveling the ship up when we have a level of ship event. So we can kind of just put that away right now. If we got our Romulans done, and let's check and see, make sure that we did. And we go over here to our faction. And because we used those, we're grinding through our dailies there. And we go through our faction hunt. And we can see that it's completed without killing any fed ships and going in the hole. By the way, if you play Division 2, that's Kamikaze Von Doom. He is won the content creator. Now looks like he's about ready to win 3 out of the last 4 years as content creator for Division 2. If you like looter shooters, I really recommend that you guys check out Division 2. Check out my channel for the content of that. It's a really great game. Kind of spooky after COVID came out, that the game kind of emulates dealing with the pandemic. So there we are. Romulans down, done. We don't have to worry about killing any more feds. So we can go over here to Romulans or Cleons and see if we can level up a ship. Oh, over here we need to level up Cleon ships. And of course, our Fed is over here to level up Fed ships. So if we had any of those that we wanted to level up, we could do so. Right now, we've been staying on top of that, so we don't have anything laying around like we did with the Romulans. Now, what you can do is if you don't have one of those, you can go over here to your faction, and depending on how many credits you have, you can, and seeing where you are with this, like I have 15 Saladin pieces. If I had a lot of those to finish off, I could actually make another Saladin. So 10 pieces, we're already 15 into it. So that would be 1,000 to make it 20. And then we'd have 8 more. So it'd be 8 times 2,000 would be 16. 17,000 credits. We could buy another Saladin. And then we could just grind through building up that Saladin, just like we did with the Centurion that we did with the Romulans. So we go over here to the Cleons, and we could see if we have any ships getting close here. The Burrell here, if we had, it would take 27,000 credits to finish off this Burrell, which we don't have and we're not going to have anytime soon. It would be different if we had bought something recently and over here in our store. If we went over here and had made some major purchases and we had some multi-phasic credits we hadn't used, that would be great, but we don't. And let's see how close we're getting to going to Ops 46. So we need 22, almost 23 K uncommon or refined, and we only have 3,000. So we're about 20,000 short there, and then we're another 2,100 short on the rares. So that's not going to happen anytime soon, and that's kind of good. We don't want to go up and make it difficult with incursions to come. Now, now that we have the Romulans knocked out, let's go back to one of our other ships. So let's go back to our mining ships. And we're going to send that up to get some more. We'll send him up there. So we're going to grind in our faction event. We're going to grind for hunting Romulans and hunting Cleons. Now, we do that mostly in our capital area. So let's go down here. In Kronos, which is the Romulan capital. Anybody that is a Star Trek fan knows that. And let's see what we have here. We have on our Mona Bean crew. That is definitely a Armada group. And over here we have that's not a bad crew. We can go, we'll send that in there. Over to Kronos. We'll send the Motobean back to get the PMC. And we'll use this to, we'll use the Calvin to hunt the regular transports, and then the heavies will use the PMC. Now, one thing you can do, since we're sending that back, you can use your reputations here. So you pop one of these. The problem is you need to make sure that you go touch the base after you activate it. So for 1 hour, we'd get another 40%. Now, the good thing is we've done kind of well on our research on some of the items. So let's see if we can get in here and look at our research. So there are areas in here that are really going to help you. Away team's got one. Where is it? That's one we can utilize pretty soon. I know the starship. When you have the Monavine, and I'm going to be running a video later today on the Monavine, up here at the very end, this one right here is awesome to obtain. So right now we're getting 30% bonus for any faction, Fed, Romulan, Cleon, that we're grinding. So we got an additional 30% there, and there's these all over the map that will help your Fed. Now, the good thing is when you get to level 46, all the 46 ships up here on your ships, when you obtain a 46 ship, that's going to even give you another bonus for grinding factions, kind of helping you get to that 1 billion to lock in a score. So let's look at a 46 ship. And as you can see, hostile loot, it's going to give you 10% at just the base level. So as you level that ship up, and any of the 40 ships, be it the Newton, the Konar, or where's the other one? Or the Pelham, they all have this bonus, this Imperial tax, this item that helps you gain factions as you use that. So these all add up. So we can see, we'll look at this Calvin here, and we're going to use the Calvin to go for just the heavy, or the regular transports, not the heavies. So here he is. So we look at there, we're going to gain 9,760 points, but we're actually going to gain more with all our bonuses there. So let's look where we are faction-wise. So faction-wise, we are at, come on, go away. And we'll write this down so we can compare when we kill our first item. So make a quick note here as soon as that message goes away that we are currently grinding at 555,276,000. Okay, guys, I know you want to be on my video, but there you go. So as we look back here and we look at the ship, normally we would gain 9,760, which should put us up to, doing some quick math here, 555,286,633. Now let's go ahead and attack this one and see how much we really earn and see what the bonuses are really adding up to. So drum roll, anybody? Drum roll? No drum roll? And here comes the Calvin to do the damage to the transport. Kaboom! Now let's look at our points. As we look at our faction points, we can see that it is actually 555,316,900. Now that means we gained an extra 30,267 on top of the 9,760. So that one ship gave us nearly 40K in Fed experience with all our bonuses and everything up on that. So that's how you grind at these higher levels. It's all about research, crews, getting your ops up to 46 and grabbing one of those 46 ships. You'll get another 10% on top of that. 10% of 40,000 becomes 44,000. It becomes ridiculous how this all adds up, and it really helps you out. I hope you can see how to improve your faction and kind of think ahead when these events happen, so you can grind through these without a lot of negative impact on what you're working on. So again, your first lock is at 10 million, or celebrated. So we've locked our Romulans and Cleons in as much as they can, so we can lose that 250,000, but we'll never go below 10 million. So we can grind here on Feds all day, and we'll never drop the Cleon level below that 10 million. And that's why we don't really want to have to gain too much on those. It's not really doing us much good, because we're going to lose it anyway, because we're grinding all this Fed to get up to champion. We're already up to glorified, so we're just one step below that champion. And I would love to tell you that's the end of the grind, but with the new edition, the highest grind now is 500 billion is the highest you can go. And by the time we get even halfway there, I'm sure there'll be a level up on top of that. If any of you have played other games, you know, as expansions come out and they keep those people that have achieved the top level, they want to keep those people around, especially since in this game, they're probably, they are people that have paid some money along the way. I think Reb, in his video, claimed that the highest free-to-play player in any server is only level 55. Ops 55. So if anybody's above that, you know they're a pay-to-play player. And there's nothing wrong with those. Those guys pay the bills. They keep our game going. It's the reason why the game is still alive and doing well at 5+ years. So here it is. I hope that helps you grind your factions and maybe helps you a little bit on today's event. This event happens very periodically. So what we're going to do is we're going to retool our PMC here in our Modivine. And also remember that there are... Oops. What did we do wrong? Oh, that crew's taken, so we need to pull them back in. There are characters like having Freeman on your lower deck. He's giving us another 20%. So we got our research. We got our players. So this one's going to even be better. You have Jordy up here. If he's so he's going to do more damage to the Cleons. There are characters that will improve your and we'll go over those in a crew event and a little in depth. But that's what you need to do, and that's how you're going to grind through these events and get up to those bigger paydays. So I hope you enjoyed this video on grinding through your faction and doing the faction hunt. Same thing with the last portion of it, which would be hunting Romulans. And again, if we had any of these Fed ships that we could, or Cleon ships that we could level up, we know that we said before it would take 27,000 Cleon credits to finish up that Burrell and get it leveled up, and we could have did the same thing in a quick speed, a lot quicker without having to take any of the Romulans out. But we're not caring about taking Romulans out. It's not really a big deal. We didn't want to take our Feds out and go backwards with that, and that saved us a lot of grinding, 3.6 million, and we said we're gaining 60 or 40k a shot currently with our Calvin, and if we had to do that to make up 3.6 million that we would have wasted grinding through the those Fed heavy fleet transports, you could see that would take a lot. So let's see, 4 goes in there, that's 100 times. That would be 90. It would take us 90 Cleons, heavy transport Cleon kills, to make up all the stuff that we would have had to do to complete the Romulan part of this event. So by leveling up that ship and not having to kill any Feds, we saved ourselves 90 Cleons to kill it. We want to kill those 90 Cleons anyway, but instead of going back 3.6 million, those 90 will give us up 3.6 million, and that's actually a gain of 7.2 million. And we need all those gains as possible. Like you've seen, we are not even halfway there yet, right? Oh, we're over halfway. So we're over halfway, and we need to, at 40k, we would have to kill 111,000 Cleon heavy transports at 49 to get up there at our current level and our current bonuses. So it's going to be a while, but if we do 1,000 a day, that would take us, at this rate, without any other improvement on those, it would take us 110 days if we did 1,000 transports a day. That's an awful lot. Uh, 11,000. So if we did 100 a day, it would take us 111 days to get up to the locked level of champion. And then we would be locked at 1 billion. We couldn't go below that. So again, signing off for this video. I hope you enjoy it. We're going to be doing some videos on each ship. If we can get those out today, we're definitely doing one on the incursion coming up, how to prep for it, what to do, what not to do. And I hope you check out, I hope you hit the like button. I hope you hit the subscribe. Those all help out the channel. We need 1,000 subscribers to be able to start making any kind of revenue off the channel. And we're at 892, but with mixing games between Division 2 and Star Trek, sometimes it kind of screws up how they post it. So we really need the support from the Star Trek players now that we're doing YouTube videos for Star Trek. Thank you. Have a blessed day. This is Answer Bright Star, otherwise known as Bear Buyers. I hope you have a blessed day and live long and